Sorry, my wife says I can't play with my stamps until I finish the house cleaning.
Alright, so yesterday I happened to be at my computer desk and decluttering it, and I had three pencil cups which had just a ton of stuff in each one of them. So like the office supply geek I am, I decided to separate the pencils into this cup, the pens into this cup, the felt markers into this cup, and the pH testing pens. Wow, I didn't even know I had that. So, let me give you a better look. That is the, I don't know if that's Lineco or Linico, but it's, I'll just say Linico. Linico pH testing pen. And what it does, it's like a felt tip marker, but it has a solution in there which you can test any paper, cardboard, what have you, for the pH content, see if it's acidic or alkaline. So thinking back to the episode on do-it-yourself stamp albums and the recommendation about using acid-free paper and whatnot, I decided, hey, let's make an episode checking various stamp collector accessories to see if they're safe or not. As I said, the way this works is it's got a solution in it. You just draw a line on your paper or envelope, what have you, and if it turns purple, then you're safe. That has a pH of 6.8 or above, making it neutral to alkaline. If it stays clear to a yellowish color, then the pH is too low and it's acidic, and that's no bueno for your stamps. So let's go ahead and try it out on a few things. So first off, right here, I just have plain, ordinary copy paper. Sometimes it's called laser paper because the copier at work was a laser printer. So we make a mark, and look at that, a nice purple line. So this has a high pH, which makes it safe. So that's for all of you who are mounting your stamps on just plain old notebook paper, then you're probably all right. Here are some various brands of stock cards that I thought I'd check. This is a G&K brand. This is sold by Subway Stamp Shop. And if we check this one, purple, we're good. Here is a Canadian brand called UA. And we're good. Here's a no-name brand. That's good. It's a no-name UA. I thought I had all right. Here's just a ordinary 3x5 index card. Let's see how that does. No problem. How about a colored stock card? Let's see how the color affects the pH. Oops. Doing all right still. Still purple. Here is a G&K sales sheet. Let's try here. Get a nice purple line, so that one's good. Here's one, it's an Evans brand. I've never heard of that one, but you can see how it already is less than bright white. That would indicate to me that it's probably acidic. And the acid test, so to speak, shows that the line stays yellow, meaning it is acidic. And I should remove this souvenir sheet from this stock sheet because it's that super valuable Sierra Leone Face on Mars stamp. I'm going to be rich one day, just as soon as NASA discovers that the man on Mars is real. All right, let's check out my album pages. As you may recall, I'm using the Staples brand premium ivory laser paper, which does not say it is acid-free, so we'll just check it out. Let me just underscore this 2 cents, and it's a nice bright purple. It is indeed acid-free. So I've checked out ordinary copier paper and the premium laser paper, and they're all good. It's probably a safe bet to say, as I pointed out in the video, that just the manufacturers have gone to an acid-free manufacturing process, for one thing, because it saves on their machinery. Their machineries don't corrode, and their lifespan is longer. But what about manila sheets? Oops, manila stock sheets. We'll check out this manila sheet here. Oh look, someone's already marked it. Hey, spoiled the surprise. Okay, but I'll show you live here. It stays yellow, indicating that this is acidic, and manila stock sheets are not recommended for long-term storage of your stamps. Here's a manila stock card, oversized one for souvenir sheets and such. And this one shows, where's my pen? There it is. Oh, look how nice and purple that is. So just because it's manila does not make it bad. The manila stock card is good. The manila stock sheet, no good. Here we have a smaller one. Let's check it out. It stays yellow, so that's no good. So if you have manila stock sheets or stock cards, chances are the stock sheets are no good. Stock cards may or may not be. This one was good. You'll just have to check them on a case-by-case basis. Now, glassines I've always been wary of because, as you can see here, this one is yellowish. Well, as I pointed out earlier with that stock sheet, or with that sales sheet, that yellowing indicates acidic oxidation. So we'll check this old sheet that's turning yellow. Oops. Get my finger out of the way of the lens. And you see it's staying yellow. Can you see that okay? All right, so that one is no good. But what about more modern sheets? I don't know how old this glassine envelope is, but I have here some that are virtually brand new. Let's see if the results look the same with this. I need a third hand, really. All right, so we'll... what's going on there? Hard to tell, isn't it? Yes. It also turned yellow. Let's do it again. See, it starts off purple, but then as it looks like as it slowly, because the glassine is, of course, you know, that glossy surface, it seems like as it slowly soaks into the paper, into the actual fibers, it then turns yellow. So it appears that glassine envelopes are still not safe for long-term storage. So what else we have? Oh, well, let's see. I have a G&K stock book here. Here's the front page. Let me go down in the corner, see what it looks like. Look at that, it's yellow. Well, the stamps don't go on this front flyleaf, so let's check an actual page. Here is the page backing. You can see it does turn purple, so that's good. But what about the glassine strips, the glassine pockets? Look at that, yellow. So while the pages themselves are acid-free, the glassine pockets are not. So if you're going to get a stock book, and by definition stock books they're for long-term storage, you would be best to find one that has the plastic pockets or polypropylene or whatever, acetate pockets. All right, then what about stamp hinges? Well, let's find out about stamp hinges. Well, we know they're made of glassine, so that already tells us probably everything we need to know. Let me get a good background to show the stamp hinge. Okay, this is the side that would be licked and stuck to the stamp and to the album page. I don't know if you can see this because I can hardly see it, but it does stay yellow, so the stamp hinge is no good. How about some old stamps? Got some of the old 3-cent commemoratives. Let's check them out. The gum on the back, acidic. This one, acidic. Remember that next time you're licking these old stamps. Okay then. What about Scotch tape? I know you're thinking, what about Scotch tape? Tape is not supposed to come anywhere near your stamps, right? Well, sometimes you just need a little tape. Whether it's to mount an awkward item, say you have a souvenir sheet in a plastic holder, and how are you going to attach it to your album page? Or for whatever other purpose you might have for some Scotch tape. It does happen. So let's see. This is ordinary Scotch tape. Again, Staples brand. Just invisible tape. It's just your standard off-the-shelf tape. Now what you need to be careful of with the tape is, of course, the adhesive. Because even though it's not in contact with the stamps, it will be in contact with your paper, your album page, and no need to have acid leaching into your album pages. So the adhesive on this stamp is yellow. Well, the adhesive isn't yellow. The ink stays yellow, so the adhesive is acidic. Now Scotch puts out this other tape. It's removable magic tape. Type 811. That's their part number. That's Scotch 811 tape. I just happen to have an open one here, but no dispenser to mount it on. So I'll just rip off a piece. Put it adhesive side up. Take the pen to it. And whoops, let me stick her down good. Put another line of ink on there. And I don't know if you can see that, but it is, hey, well, you can see it from the back side. The pH pen did turn purple. So Scotch 811 tape is non-acidic and safe for use around your stamps, not on the stamps. Last thing I'm going to look at here are these. If you're a comic collector, you'll recognize these as comic backing boards. Because if there's anyone more concerned with preservation than stamp collectors, it's comic collectors. And these comic backing boards are made acid-free, supposedly. So we'll check it out. Mark a corner here. And this is pretty glossy, so the ink doesn't really absorb too well or dispense too well on the surface of the backing board. But I can vouch that this is purple. So this is acid-free backing board. Now this one, this second one is the same thing, only different. One side is smooth and glossy, while the other one is the coarser cardboard type finish. And the reason for that is, if we do the test here on the glossy side, just like the first one, it is purple. On the back side, the ink is yellow. Let me show you, give you a good line to look at. See, it stays yellow. So that's because they just took regular acidic board but gave it a alkaline coating, which comic purists don't like. They would rather have the through and through buffered board. And I just showed you this because I use comic backing boards lots of times for oversized blocks or for these souvenir sheets. Because, hold on a moment. I'm also a paperback, a vintage paperback collector, as you can see a little bit behind me. Well, behind me are hardbacks, but these are polypropylene book sleeves, book covers, book bags, whatever you want to call them. And for large souvenir sheets, I cut the comic the comic backing board to size and slip it into the book sleeve. And here's where that acid-free tape can come in handy to secure the comic sleeve closed, the book sleeve closed. And you could either fold it over, make it kind of double-sided, and you could use that tape to fasten it to your album page. So that's the Linico or Lineco pH testing pen, available on Amazon for $8.20 with free shipping. Now to sum up then, just about anything, any paper product you come across these days will likely be acid-free, except for glassine products and manila stock sheets. No bueno, stay away from those. And the glassine stamp hinges. No good. All right then, I hope you enjoyed this acid test episode. Let me know what you think in the comments below. And please subscribe and like and hit the bell icon so you can be notified of future episodes as they go up. And until then, I am Ted the Talking Stamp Collector, wishing you all happy acid-free stamping.